I was worried that Ukraine, after being patient for so long and just humbly defending, they would one day have had it. They would one day think that they have had enough and they will attack Russia. I'm worried that it might make the war bigger and longer. You should not test people's patience for too long. You should not oppress anyone for too long, beyond their endurance. Then they will strike back. You shouldn't be surprised. Now, Russia, the Kremlin, the leaders of Russia, taste their own medicine.
A top staff member of Royal Palace has stepped down from duties with immediate effect after comments were made by her to a black charity boss who was attending a recent Buckingham Palace event that she had been invited to. Some reports say the top staff member was fired because comments made were racist and unacceptable. This person is reportedly the late Queen's lady-in-waiting and Prince William's godmother. Some say Royal Palace members are racist. Are they really racist, Master?
Sometimes people don't know what else to ask when they meet a person for the first time. So if you have a chance to be close, with another human being, but not the same color of skin as yours, then he would ask you, where are you from? Lady Susan has been trained to do this job, to protect the Queen. That's why she was trusted with Prince William even. Or she was so curious that she could not contain herself. She had to ask. Whether or not the royal household is racist, I don't think so. For what reason should they be like that? They invited this Madame Fulani, and knowing that she's a person of color.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. How can they be racist if they invited her? Why would she want to offend an important guest? I don't think it's logical. That's all. Okay? Yes.
Understand, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. So I do hope that Madame Fulani, being a charitable person and the boss of a charity organization, would be charitable enough to forgive this incident and make friends with the lady-in-waiting, with Lady Suzanne Hussey, because God will forgive us if we forgive others anyway, even if that was offensive at all.
Please continue watching to find out more. On Thursday, December 8, 2022, during a conversation with Supreme Master Television team members, our most merciful Supreme Master Ching Vegan lovingly offered them tips on keeping in good shape, after which she shared her thoughts on some of the latest news reports, including those regarding Ukraine and the British royal family.
Two recent drone strikes have occurred deep inside Russia, reportedly by Ukraine.
Oh.
Although they have not claimed responsibility, yet they have applauded these strikes hitting military targets as opposed to civilian infrastructure.
Oh.
I'm surprised that Ukraine targeted inside Russia.
Are you?
Yes, Master.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm surprised. Why now? Why it took so long?
Yes.
Yeah, I was worried about that. I was worried that Ukraine, after being patient for so long and just humbly defending, they would one day have had it. They would one day think that they have had enough and they will attack Russia. I was worried about that for a long time already.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
I'm worried that it might make the war bigger and longer.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
A Ukrainian drone's been used to attack an airfield in the Russian border region of Kursk, according to its governor. The strike early Tuesday ignited an oil reservoir. Russia's defence ministry accused Ukraine of two attacks on Monday. Moscow says 3 servicemen were killed.
So what we are seeing now are Russian targets being hit deep inside the country for the first time in the conflict. The Ukrainian use of drones has been strategic in the sense that while the damage, as we can see here, is minimal, they've hit two bases that are extremely important to Russia's military. These are strategic bases housing Russia's strategic bomber force, and it shows Russia that nowhere is going to be invulnerable.
In Vietnam, we say, con dung mà bị đạp nó cũng quay đầu lại. Meaning even the earthworms, so peaceful and humble, but if you step on them, they even turn their heads trying to defend or attack, even though they don't know how to attack actually. Meaning that you should not test people's patience for too long. You should not oppress anyone for too long, beyond their endurance. Then they will strike back. That's normal.
Yes, Master.
You shouldn't be surprised. Now, Russia, I mean, the Kremlin, the leaders of Russia, taste their own medicine.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, Master.
And it's just a little bit. And the Ukrainian people are very, very kind already. Meaning, war is never good, but at least they don't target the civilian area, like apartments or anything to do with the civilian people.
Yes, indeed.
They are using just truly gentlemanly, straight retaliation. At least we have to acknowledge that the Ukrainians, if that was their attack, they are good. They're gentlemen, just man to man, not trying to harm other innocent people like civilians who are outside of the war's influence. They can't influence the Kremlin. Even if they go out and protest, the government or Putin's regime will jail them or poison them or kill them mysteriously.
Yes.
Yes.
This mysterious death list from Putin of the Kremlin keeps going. It's not stopping yet. Continuously, people are dying mysteriously, whoever goes against the war in Ukraine. Not to talk about outside people, civilian citizens. These people who die mysteriously were actually Putin's strong allies. But even they, the so-called friends or allies, can bear no longer. So they have to voice their opinion and then they're dead. Mysteriously.
Yes, Master.
Mysteriously all the time. And then the list is long.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
8 strange deaths in less than 9 months. All top bosses at Russian oil and gas companies. What are the chances of that happening? Naturally, there is speculation. Were these oil barons opposed to Putin's war in Ukraine? And if so, did that lead to their untimely deaths?
So why would employees of these energy companies be potentially targeted?
Well, because these energy companies spoke up early about problems with the invasion of Ukraine. Notably, Lukoil put out this statement in March. We express our sincere empathy for all the victims who are affected by this tragedy. We strongly support a lasting ceasefire and a settlement of problems through serious negotiations and diplomacy. This absolutely did not make the Kremlin happy.
So there's no surprise, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just surprised that it took so long.
Yeah.
But it's also because Joe Biden promised to give Ukraine before some of the long-range artillery weapons, long-range ones, like maybe 80 kilometers.
Yes.
Yes.
But they forbid Ukraine to target inside Russia. Otherwise, they won't give them any more weapons or the powerful weapons or stronger weapons. But now I think Ukraine just use drones, maybe their own drones, homemade even.
Yes.
And now it looks like the Ukrainians used, if we can bring up these pictures, the Tupolev 141, which is an old Soviet drone we can see here. This is normally carrying cameras, but the Ukrainian military has tweaked it so it can carry a small warhead, we think about 75 kilograms. So it is now, they don't have many of these, but they certainly have some, and they can show the Russians now that they can strike deep within their own country.
I don't know much about their drones, but they target long range, even 400 something miles into Russia from the border even. That's a long one.
Yes.
I said 400 miles, that's about 640 kilometers from the frontier.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, that's quite long inland. And I wonder what kind of drone is so powerful like that. No wonder Russia is scrambling to try to find a counter-defense measure.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
That's even a second time. Anything else?
Yes, Master. Putin's spokesperson Peskov said that officials are taking the necessary measures to protect Russia from Ukrainian attacks.
Russia is supposedly panicked and thinking about how to deal with this new situation.
Of course they would be.
Yeah.
Of course, what do they think? What do they expect? How can you just think that you are the only one that's allowed to do anything you want to any other countries? Just go inside and destroy all their cities and rape their women and their little babies and children like that, and expect that this country will do nothing to you.
Yes, Master.
Right.
They are very lenient already. They just target the military.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
In the war, if you strike them, they will strike you. And it takes already 9 or 10 months already of so much aliens, so much violence against Ukraine, meaning Ukraine. They have been enduring all this suffering, and only now they strike back.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yes.
And not as much as what Russia has done to them. Many of their cities are gone like nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing anymore. All destroyed. Many important infrastructure and buildings all gone. And the winter is coming that destroy all the electricity, water, and all that. And people in Ukraine now are more or less freezing.
Yes.
Yes.
In Ukraine, winter is coming. In the capital, Kyiv, the foreign minister warns snow won't be the only thing falling from the skies.
We are anticipating another massive missile attack by Russia, and the goal of this attack is to bring total destruction to our energy system.
Crews are racing to restore power. These tents, set up by the government, a badly needed break from the bitter cold.
Ever since their humiliating retreat, Moscow has been hammering Kherson relentlessly. It's a misery Anastasia, an instructor at the university, knows all too well.
It's so cold. You have no electricity, you have no heating, you have no water. But you're free.
Freedom.
You have freedom.
This is more value for us.
But that freedom is far from guaranteed as Russia continues to pound Kherson, devastating its energy grid. But as we've been hearing, people say they would rather live without food, water, or heat than live under Russian occupation again.
I hope they can survive winter. I hope they can survive, and the children can survive the harsh winter now that they don't have electricity and don't have gas.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Their fields are destroyed. Their products are stolen by Russia. Their women and children are molested, imprisoned, tortured, and interrogated.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Who would be able to bear it, huh? So because Russia has forced them into a kind of corner, that's why they strike back, because either way you die.
Yes. Yes, Master.
So they would rather die protecting the country, protecting their women and children, than die at the hands of Russia in a torturous and anguish situation, or languishing in their prison.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Russia forced Ukraine into this reaction. I'm just surprised that they really have been patient all the way up to now. They only do the defensive, but not the offensive.
Yes, understand, Master.
So Nobody is surprised, really. Nobody should be surprised.
Yes.
Russian leaders should not even be surprised. How? Huh? You go in and rob people's houses, beat and kill their family members and expect them to do nothing?
That's
Yes.
right, Master.
Anything else?
Yes, Master. A top staff member of Royal Palace has stepped down from duties with immediate effect after comments were made by her to a black charity boss who was attending a recent Buckingham Palace event that she had been invited to. Some reports say the top staff member was fired because comments made were racist and unacceptable.
So then she began to ask me, who am I? Where am I from? So I said, I'm from Sister Space. It's an organisation that supports African and Caribbean heritage women and girls. And then she said, oh, what part of Africa are you from? And I said, I don't know. They didn't leave any records. And that's my truth, right? I couldn't trace which part. Then she says, no, but where are you from? I said, no, Sister Space are based in Hackney. No, but where are you from? Now, I'm thinking, this is feeling a bit uncomfortable, but okay, it's a question. I'm from here, I was born here. Yeah, but where are you really from? I'm really from here. Yeah, but okay, so I can see that this is going to be a bit of a challenge. She said, what's your nationality? And I said, lady, I was born here, I'm British. I was thinking that would be the end of it. No. No, where are you really from? Where are your people from? Lady, my people. What is this?
This person is reportedly the late Queen's lady-in-waiting and Prince William's godmother. Some say Royal Palace members are racist. Are they really racist, Master?
I have to be there in order to see the attitude that goes with the talk.
Yes, Master.
But sometimes people there are two sides. It takes two to tango. One side may be too insensitive, too inquisitive, and the other side is too sensitive. It could be that way.
Yes, Master.
It's just that in our world we have different color skin, and that is a problem. It's no one's fault, actually. I have my own problem also. I tell you now my own story. When I was younger, one man wanted to date me. On the first date, he asked me immediately, where are you from? That's the first question he asked. And I immediately felt kind of upset. I said, why? Why ask this question? And the guy was very surprised at my upset attitude. He said, I'm just trying to make conversation. I said, you can say any other thing to make the conversation more interesting. You don't immediately jump in and ask people. It's a boring question. That's what I said to him. That was the first date and the last. Some people are like that. They don't mean to be racist or anything, because in that situation, if that guy was racist, he wouldn't have wanted to date me.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
He would have thought, oh, she's Asian, and that guy is a Westerner.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
To think about that now, I'm so sorry for him. I should have been nicer to him. But too many people ask the same question all the time, wherever I went. So I got fed up.
Yes,
I
Master.
understand.
It's so boring. And I always have to answer the same question because I live in the Western world at that time. That's why. If I live in Hong Kong or Taiwan, maybe nobody even looks at me because we look the same. Or in Thailand, Laos, or Cambodia, if I go out shopping, nobody would ask me anything because I look just similar to them.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
So it wasn't his fault. It wasn't my fault either. But I felt so sorry for him. Afterward, I kind of talked to him and said I apologize. The thing is, I was so upset with this man. He was very kind and he treated me so nicely and gentlemanly. But it's just that his first question was, "Where did you come from?" That put me off. Put me off. So now, the reason after the war in Vietnam, many millions of people tried to escape by different routes, especially by sea, and many die. And then, even if they didn't die, sometimes they were raped and robbed, like the pirates just stole the earrings from their ears and left their ear broken and bleeding.
Wow.
Or took jewelry from their hands and broke their wrist, for example.
Oh my God.
Or raped the mother in front of the children, or the wife in front of the husband and all that.
We were repeatedly attacked by the Thai pirates that afternoon and late into the evening. One after another, the pirates, which were fishermen wearing sarongs and carry big knives, hammers or iron sticks, jumped from their boats to ours. The pirates shouted in language I didn't understand. Our boat was full of people, mostly elders, women and children. Young women and girls panicky put on multiple layers of clothes. They rubbed their face and hair with grease from the floor to make them look ugly. The pirates point knives and hammers to people's chest or neck. They searched our body and torn up our clothes. They searched ear, nose, mouth, hair, and even private parts. They empty oil and water containers. They even cut up rice bags to look for money and jewelry. They tossed all our belongings to their boats.
I heard all that story because I was visiting them, and I was also working for a couple of refugee camps and for the Red Cross, and I know all these stories. And it was really terrible for me at that time. I went to some refugee camps and they just treated them like dirt. They made them sit on the floor, and the High Commissioner sat on a high chair and questioning them no end, for example, like that. And I felt very ashamed, too ashamed to be a Vietnamese at that time. So anybody who asked me that question, I tried to avoid the answer. I try always to hide where I'm from. I was so ashamed, truly so ashamed to be a Vietnamese at that time. It took me long years after until I felt better. But to be honest with you, I still don't feel that better. I still don't feel completely good or proud to be a Vietnamese.
Yes, we understand, Master.
So I had this kind of inferiority complex within me, and the tiredness of repeating the same answer again and again and again. But that guy, it was not his fault. He just asked a normal question. It's just I'm not normal. I wasn't in a normal situation. I wasn't from a normal country.
Yes, Master.
And then I felt very ashamed already. I tried so hard to hide my identity all the time, anytime I could. And anybody who asked me that question, I fell out with them immediately. I went somewhere else, talked to somebody else who already knew me and didn't ask me that question again. But these people ask because they're interested, not because they're racist.
Yes, Master.
I told you, if that guy was racist, he wouldn't have invited me for a date. Sometimes people don't know what else to ask when they meet a person for the first time. I'm not sure that if I was the godmother of Prince William, I would be able to control myself and not ask the lady, "Where are you from, actually?" Because just my opinion, my feeling is Lady Susan Hussey used to be the Queen's favorite, and the Queen wanted to keep her in the palace to continue further whatever assistant work she liked to do for the new king even. And she's a godmother of Prince William, so she has big respect.
Yes, Master.
I want to tell you why. That's why the Queen must have trusted her enormously, and the royal family must have respected her so much. that they even made her the godmother of the Crown Prince, William. It's a big thing.
Yes, Master.
So because being next to the Queen, she probably trained herself to always take care that whoever comes near the Queen should have some good background or something she should know in case the Queen asks her, oh, where does that lady come from? Who is she and what does she do? Why does she want to see me, for example, like that? So she has to know in advance, being the lady in waiting, always next to the Queen.
Yes,
Master.
So maybe it's due to training that she does that. I understand what you said because I read that news also. First, I thought, oh, it's just a single case. It's not very important, no big deal. But since then, she had to step down. And the boss of the charity organization, Madame Fulani, was angry and told the press that she was feeling abused in Buckingham Palace.
Yes.
It's not possible that I, with different color of skin, different facial features, go around in the Western world and go into a very special place like Buckingham Palace without people being curious about where I came from, for example, if I were there.
Yes.
Yes.
Master.
Either Lady Susan has been trained to do this job, to protect the Queen. That's why she was trusted with Prince William even. Or she was so curious that she could not contain herself. She had to ask.
Yes.
Because Madame Fulani, she looked different, of course. Yeah, I saw her photograph. She looked glamorous also with a beautiful hairdo, nice dress, and beautiful face and all that. And this lady, Susan Hussey, probably didn't know this Madame Fulani beforehand. She was just curious, or it's a habit, asking where she came from. Maybe just naively or curiously only. Because, oh, how come? Oh, such a lady, so beautiful. How come I never saw her before? And how come she's even privileged to be invited into Buckingham Palace to a reception?
Yes.
It's very special. Not just anybody can go there. Can you go there? Can I go there? No.
No, Master.
Maybe you can, not me, huh? Maybe you guys are still young and handsome. Maybe you have a chance. Me, an old lady, huh? Doing what in there? Okay. So she was also surprised, no? Oh, where does this lady come from? Of course, she knows she's the British citizen, but where were her ancestors really from? Where was the original root of her existence? Just curious or interested. That's what I think. Maybe I judge it because of my silly case, when I was younger.
Yes.
But of course, I told you I had to be there in order to see the attitude and feel the energy of the conversation.
Understand,
Master.
Master.
But the thing is, this Madame Fulani is not just an ordinary person even. She's the boss of a charity organization.
Yeah.
And was probably so good at it that she's so famous that she was even invited into the king's palace. It's a very big deal. She's invited to go to the royal palace.
Yes,
Master.
Yeah. So, of course, this is beyond her curiosity, and she couldn't help it. She also asked other guys. One of the guests also told the press that Lady Susan Hussey also asked him where he came from. Yeah, not just Madame Fulani alone. And the gentleman also answered Lady Susan Hussey where he was from. He said he's from Manchester. That's it. Something like that. And then she didn't ask anymore. But you see, because he probably doesn't look so outside of the ordinary, but she, Madame Fulani does look out of the ordinary.
Yes, Master.
Master.
Yes.
with her beautiful hairdo, her glorious dress and outlook and things like that. Yeah, people feel attracted to her. I'm sure Lady Hussey wasn't the only one that asked her where does she come from.
Yes, master.
Such a successful lady.
Yes.
Yes, master.
And contributing to Britain in such a great work. So maybe she just felt like maybe at the end, probably she wanted to say thank you for helping. And wherever you come from, that country, you came here all this way, your parents and your ancestors came all this way, and now you're helping England. Welcome and thank you. Probably at the end, she would have wanted to say that. If it were me, I would have wanted to say that. And I often say such things, similar things. So I'm not sure if this is a misunderstanding or maybe because Madame Fulani has been asked 10,000 times already in England. She stands out, man. What to do, huh?
Yes, master.
She stands out. Yeah. People cannot help but ask her that question. I guess it's not just real British born people or white British people that ask her. I guess people from many other nationalities also ask her, because she's in England. She doesn't look like most of the other so-called English people. Yeah?
Yes, master.
So it's nobody's fault, actually. It's just that God made so many colors out of us.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. That's what I think. But I apologize to Madame Fulani if I have offended her in any way. I have no intention. With all due respect, I love all people. And you guys know that, right?
Yes,
Yes,
master.
Yes, master.
Yeah. I love black people and people of color very much. I call them chocolate all the time. And they love it, they love it. Whenever they see me and they ask questions, they say, Master, chocolate has a question. Something like that. I say, okay, come on. Come on. Yeah, go for it. The world is like this. We have so many different nationalities, different colors of skin, different jobs, different aspiration, different countries. And if we are in a different country rather than in our own country, then we are bound to be asked where we're from. That is definite. So if you have a chance to be close, with another human being, but not the same color of skin as yours, then he will ask you, where are you from?
yes.
Yes.
Oh, they ask other even more embarrassing questions. For me, it was embarrassing. I was invited to a dinner party in Monaco where His Royal Highness Prince Albert II was, it was his party. So I was there sitting very near to His Royal Highness and many other royal household members. Yes.
Yes, master.
And they all asked me, came and asked me, where are you from? And what's your name? And I had to tell them everything. I already prepared, so I just read it out just like you learn by heart in kindergarten or in primary school. I say, I am named so-and-so. I was born in 19 so-and-so from so-and-so. And I say even the city where I was born as well. So that's it, they were gone. So it doesn't matter, you stick out. If you are a different race and go to live with or mingle with another race of people.
Yes,
Yes,
master.
master.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes people just too straight, You should make a little conversation first, preparing for mental acceptation or mingling. But some people, they just ask, they just straightforward, just like that date of mine. I just sat on the seat in the car and immediately he asked, where do you come from? He's a good man, but it was so undiplomatic like that. And so maybe it's a similar situation with Madame Fulani. Everyone is different. But your question is whether or not the royal household is racist. I don't think so. I don't think so. For what reason should they be like that? They invited this Madame Fulani, and knowing that she's a person of color.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. How can they be racist if they invited her? You understand what I'm saying? They invited her there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe that lady quit because she felt like it became such a big deal and she felt sorry to offend such an important guest. So she quit, or maybe she was told to quit, like they fired her. I feel sorry for her also. Yeah. She has never been questioned the same question like that, like the question she asked Madame Fulani. But we are different. We don't have the same feelings. We don't have the same background and situation. So it's not her fault if she doesn't understand. She's not a diplomat. She's just a lady in waiting.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Beloved by the royal household and the queen and the prince. But she's not a diplomat. She probably has never been trained to be a diplomat. Just she probably trained herself to protect the queen because she's always nearby and always attentive to the queen's needs. So she has to know what's going on around the queen, and it became more or less like a habit, or just maybe insensitive. She doesn't understand people's feelings. Most of the people with white skin don't have this sensitive feeling of nationality or of their original background. Yeah,
Understand, Master.
yeah, only the people of color. If they are in their country, of course, they don't have any problem. But if they are in another country and they completely stand out like that, then they probably would have a little bit of complex, yeah, about their own color, because people keep reminding them all the time, where are you from? Yeah, yes. So this is maybe a misunderstanding. I do think so. Actually, the palace invited Madame Fulani to go back there, probably just to make up or to apologize more or something like that, when they have more time now.
Yes.
The palace invited her to come back after that incident. So if they're racist, they would not care so much. They just let it pass and say, oh, well, misunderstanding, sorry, that's it. But they invited her back to the palace.
That's right, Master.
Huh? Okay? Yeah. And to the king's first royal banquet, he invited the president of South Africa.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
And I saw some people of color at that banquet as well. Yes. According to the news, I saw them mingling with different people. And the Princess of Wales, Princess Catherine, was chatting away with a person of color next to her. She forgot even that the king was talking. The king was making a speech, and her talk to this colored person was so interesting. She forgot to stop. Yeah, so I don't think they are racist in any way at all.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Not on purpose, not intentionally. Okay? Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Because this lady in waiting probably has been to many banquets throughout her life because of her position as a lady in waiting to the queen. So she knows many people already with different skin color, different positions, different privileges. So she wouldn't deliberately want to offend any of the guests. Well, what reason would she do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All her life she's just been trying to protect the queen, trying to protect the royal family and reputation. Why would she want to offend an important guest? I don't think it's logical. That's all. Okay? Yes.
Understand, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. So I do hope that Madame Fulani, being a charitable person and the boss of a charity organization, would be charitable enough to forgive this incident and make friends with the lady in waiting, with Lady Suzanne Hussey. Yeah. Just be friends. There's no need to make a big deal out of anything. We are, after all, nobody. Anyway,
Yes.
we die a nobody.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. Just maybe a tomb with a VIP inscription, but so what? We are nobody. Nobody is anybody, even the king or queen. We are born with nothing and we go with nothing. Yeah. And in the eyes of God, we are nobody if we are not virtuous enough to please Him And Madame Fulani would probably be in the favor of God because he's doing charity work to help his children, in need. So she should continue that gracious way and forgive whoever offends her, because God will forgive us if we forgive others anyway, even if that was offensive at all. It was probably just an accident. Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Well, I hope you're happy with my answer anyway.
Yes, we
we are
are.
happy.
Yes.
Okay, then. Anything else you want to ask me?
It seems like recently people try to attack the British royalty, like the documentary from Prince Harry has come out and is supposed to be a bombshell, and the content is not supposed to be favorable to the royal family.
As part of a multi-million-dollar deal, Harry and Meghan opened up to a Netflix crew.
Cold-hearted. That's the way that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are being described on the eve of their exploitative Netflix documentary.
Certainly it comes at pretty bad timing for the royal family because I think that everybody in the country, indeed the Commonwealth, had largely got behind the new king because of the way he carried himself, carried his family through the death of his mother. So I do think this will backfire spectacularly for Harry and Meghan.
And then some people threw eggs at the king again.
My God. These egg-throwing people don't know how lucky they are, living in such a free democratic country.
Yes.
In many other countries, you sometimes don't dare to even go visit because you worry maybe something might happen to you because you don't know how to so-called behave in such a restricted country.
Yes.
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 I told you I don't dare to go to Iran now because of my job might fly away, or when I'm talking, drinking, or eating and it falls down, I might not notice because I'm thinking of some other thing in my mind. People can be very absent-minded like that as well.
Yes, Master.
That normally they would wear the hijab, they have it, but it just fall down and they forgot. They didn't think. They have other things in their mind.
Yes.
Or maybe that time, that day, they were tired, too much work and too much stress, and so then they could not think of the job that much. And for that reason, that poor little young girl has to pay with her life.
Yes, Master.
So many countries I don't dare to visit. Truly, it's like that. I don't risk it because I don't know if I will behave the way they want. Each country is different.
Yes, Master.
You can't just know all the law of that country or all the manner or customs of this country, and then you might do wrong and they might jail you or beat you up or kill you, who knows.
Yes, Master.
That's why I told you in one of our talks that I miss Russia. I really did. Some days ago even, I still miss Russia because it was a hardcore communist country and they just opened it some years only ago. And then I was allowed to even go there and talk about spiritual practice. I'm from nowhere. I was not even a guru, Sadguru from India or anything. I was just a Vietnamese little lady.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, and then they just let me in and they even took care of me, told me, go on the bus right in front of the hotel. You don't have to pay too much for the taxi. You don't. Yeah, an elderly lady told me that. And then I went to their shop and all that. They were very, very nice, very friendly, very helpful. They were not trying to sell me more expensive things to have money. No, on the contrary. Yeah, they advise me to spend on this and that. It's less expensive, even though they know I'm a foreigner. And if I could afford to go to their country and they think I'm probably a tourist, they must have money, but they didn't try to make money out of me. Very kind and honest people. And I really miss that Russia.
Yes, Master.
I truly miss it. I had so many good impressions because of that, because I'm even allowed to go to that country to talk about spiritual practice. And in the old times, the communists, they don't believe in anything spiritual. They say they're just communists. Mostly they say they don't believe in God or heaven. But I was nobody. So small little lady was allowed to go to their country and talk in their capital.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, not just a small village hidden somewhere, no, right in the middle of Moscow.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, so I was very touched. And the people were so kind, so friendly and helpful. And some days ago, I was thinking about that and I felt so sad, because I saw Ukraine attack inside Russia now, and I feel very worried for the innocent bystanders of war, in Russia. Many people don't want it. They went out to protest. Even some cannot dare to protest openly. The women just shave their hair and show it in their way because they worry they will be in jail, killed, or murdered and all that.
Yes, Master.
Oh my God. These people, they're innocent.
People more often began to speak out against the war and their government.
Putin is the main problem of Russia. Do you trust Putin? Not, absolutely. It's hard to say it's censored, all messed up and broken. Now the main problem is that Russia creates aggression on the territory of another country. The position in which he put us does not stand up to criticism. I understand that so far there is no good, prosperous future for Russia, especially after mobilization. In the near future it will be very difficult with both work and study in principle, with everything.
Russians or Ukrainians, they are all victims of these crazy, barbarous leaders. They have nothing to do with it. They don't want any war. Even though Ukraine did not admit that they attacked inside Russia, but if they did, I'm not surprised. I'm just worried about the Russian people. If the war gets bigger, more will die. A lot already died in Ukraine.
An airfield in the Kursk region and 2 air bases further inside Russia came under attack earlier this week. Ukraine has not claimed responsibility. Russia's invasion of Ukraine, of course, has caused devastating loss of life, but both sides have been secretive about just how many of their soldiers have died. Civilian casualties are also impossible to state with any certainty.
9 months of fighting, airstrikes, artillery battles, and close combat in towns across a 900-kilometer-long front line, leaving thousands dead. But how many thousand is unknown. Russia stated in September that it had lost just under 6,000 troops, but the U.S. military says it's lost about 100,000 on the field. Ukraine recently said that about 13,000 of its soldiers had died in the war, but the U.S. said its number of casualties is also more like 100,000. The U.S. uses a variety of methods to figure out that number, including satellite footage as well as social media images of the battlefield. The civilian death toll, another big question. The United Nations' most recent statistics, 7,000 civilians dead. But the front line is too dangerous for observers to make a real count. Many Russian-occupied areas, like the city of Mariupol, where mass graves have been photographed by satellites, may hold tens of thousands more, and Russia is not letting international monitors into those areas. Russia in general makes no comment on the number of civilian casualties in Ukraine.
Those beautiful people, young, handsome, and impressionable, easy to be misled and going just die like that. They have their family, they have their parents waiting for them, praying for them. And even older soldiers or generals and colonels, they're older, but they have their families as well. They have their children. They have their wives waiting for them. They have their grandchildren and all that to enjoy their old age. They should not die just like that. Just like that, just die like that. In a second, their lives just gone. Their family are left behind. They will cry so much, but they can never go back to them. Imagine if it's you. If you lost somebody you love like that. That's how I feel, as if I lost somebody I love. Do you understand now?
Understand.
Yes, understand.
That's why I cry all the time. Because I feel what they feel.
Yes, Master.
I just imagine if it was me. And it's the same feeling.
Yes, Master.
I hate to intervene and interfere in war and all that because I drag myself into danger as well. Politics stuff, war stuff. You risk your life, even if you're not on the battlefield.
Understand, Master.
I risk my life because I cannot bear it. I have to speak out in case my words mean anything or help anybody or at least comfort the victims of the war.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
But in a million years, I would never want to drag myself into a danger zone like war and politics. You understand, right?
I understand, Master. Yes, Master.
And also the people through the king again. I should not. I guess they have just been like activists or influenced by anti-royal activists, stuff like that.
Yes.
But they should be happy to be English, to be in England. At least nobody will ask them, where are you from? And offend you. Or make you feel like sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Oh my God. They should appreciate their luck to be born in such a regal race of beings in a free country, a democratic country, and they have almost everything they need if they work hard. And even the government gives social security benefits, not like they let them starve and die on the street. There are poverty line. If they need, the government gives them subsidies. And if you don't work hard enough, if you don't have enough work, or if you're like a single mother or don't have enough money in the bank, they also give you money every week or every month. It depends.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Yes.
This is 37-year-old Heather Frost, a mum who gets around 900 quid a week in benefits for her and her kids. This super-sized Gloucestershire family gets in benefits 3 times the typical UK family income.
The benefit system is put there to help people that can't go out and work.
In today's Benefits Britain, handouts are claimed by around 2/3 of all families. But few are quite as huge as the Shaws. There are 14 kids in total, and Dad is Tom Shaw, who's 39. And 5 of the kids have just happened since Tom gave up work 10 years ago. Benefits now pay the bills, so Tom, Stacey and the kids claim income support, child tax credit and child benefit. 2 of the kids are registered disabled.
This is Keenan's medication.
And that means there's also carers and disability allowances. Add it all up and we reckon it's about 70 grand a year to keep the family running. And part of the deal is an 8-bed Victorian pad, paid for by housing benefit.
There's always going to be people out there that say, we don't get enough from the government. It is enough money to live on, if you've got the right attitude.
I mean, of course, they won't buy a palace or let you live in the palace, but they let you live. You survive, at least.
Yes, Master.
They help you to get through the hard times until you can stand up again. Like your baby grows up better and then you can have more time to go to work.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
So the thing is, of course, in England, you have the right to voice your opinion. But you can write in the newspaper or you can have an interview or something. Or you can write to the palace. I don't know if the king has enough time to even read anything. But the king is just a king. He inherited the throne, whether he likes it or not.
Yes, Master.
So why go against him? I don't know. Even because of the poverty and all that, it's not his fault. He can do much. Even if he gives all the property he has, it still will not solve the problem 100%.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And if people are still young and healthy, they can go and find any job to earn money. So the king has just gone up to the throne. Let him be. Help him to govern, to do what he can. Because the king is not the one who can do everything in the country. He cannot change the juristic system or defend for you or make you rich and stuff like that. That is the job of the government, of the prime minister and his government. The kings are more or less the highest and biggest ambassadors, biggest diplomats of the country, the most prestigious diplomat of the country.
Yes. Yes, master.
Yeah, they work very hard, you know. They work very hard. Imagine they have to get up early. They have to put makeup on and find their socks and find their tie. And some people have to help them. And maybe they don't find the one that they really like and all that, you know. And they still need to go out and smile for the press and shake hands with some other countries' people, even if they don't like to. So they even got COVID-19, you know, in the beginning.
Yes,
Yes,
master.
Yes, master.
The Queen got COVID, King Charles got COVID, and Prince William also, etc. They work very hard, truly. And the Queen even pays tax. I don't know if King Charles pays tax anymore, but some years ago, the Queen asked the government that she should pay tax as well. And they work very hard, very hard. You know, not everybody can do that job. I wouldn't like to do that job myself. Okay? I don't think I'd be happy to be Princess Catherine of Wales or King Charles even, or the Queen Consort, whatever you name it.
Yes, master.
To be a princess or prince or king, or it's a lot of work to do, a lot of paperwork to take care of, a lot of things that may be unpleasant to you, and you have to do it. And you have to keep on smiling. Even if you just have a little tantrum, the whole world knows about it.
Yeah. Yes.
Because the television will air it, the press will print it, you know, and then they just keep pounding on you for that.
Yeah. Yes, master.
It doesn't matter if you are tired that day and you have had enough of being nice and patient already. This is the problem. When you are rich and famous, you need a lot of people to work for you. And not everyone is compatible with you. Even, you see, your parents are not always compatible with you. Your children are not compatible with you, your wife, your lovers, or your friends. You have problems sometimes.
Yes,
Yes,
master.
master.
And the staff, the team working in the royal household, of course, try their best to please the queen, the king, but they don't always know what's their best to do. They try their best, but that doesn't mean the king's best.
Yes,
Yes,
master.
Yes, master.
And they're also nervous because they're king, they're queen,
Yeah.
and they feel they are just servants or subservient themselves even.
Yes.
They
Yes.
feel that way, and it's just a job, but it's the highest job in the world. Serving the highest people in the country. And one of the highest in the world even. So they got nerves also. They couldn't think straight. They couldn't do well. And when you are under time constraints and your helpers, your assistants, your household people don't help you right, don't choose the right outfit and do it clumsily like that, of course you lose your temper.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
master.
Yes, master.
The first day as a king, and he had to sign some important paper, and they put a leaking pen there. And then when he picked it up, it's all over his hand instead of writing with it, for example.
Yes.
And he just lost his mother, and he's nervous. It's a new job. And he probably didn't sleep many days and standing straight in front of Her late Majesty the Queen. So tired, you know, no more nerves. The nerves are stressed to the limit already. Maybe he didn't eat well, didn't sleep well, and was tired. He's also an old man, you know, he's 70 something already.
Yes,
Yes,
that's right,
master.
master.
Yeah, and he's also a human. But it's very difficult to be forgiven if you are a royal person and a king, you know. least of all. Yeah, they expect them to be the way they want, not as a human, having weaknesses, making mistakes, and having human tiredness of the body and mental fatigue and all that.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And I see the king also, I don't know if he's well, but sometimes his face looks so red and sometimes his hands look so swollen and red. So I'm worried maybe he's not well also. And all that stress upon one person. Everybody looks up to him, expecting him to be like this, to do like that. But he's human and he's the only one king.
Understand, Master.
So people should have a more supportive attitudes and so more sympathy. Even we can say more tolerance, more forgiveness, more understanding for a man who is trying his best. He is not a tyrant. He's not a bad king. He's not a bad anything. He's okay. He's as good as he gets already. So people should support him. Let him be. Let him have time, have space to do his job as best as he can. I told you already, would they rather have Putin as as a king then? Huh? And in Russia, if you throw eggs like that, I don't know where you will go after. If you throw eggs at Putin, huh? And I don't know where your head would go, where would your body go?
Yeah, indeed.
So people should, consider more of our world. We already have a lot of problems, pandemics and security, as well as, inflation and food shortage and all kind of things. Everyone should be more productive, more creative, and have a more helping attitude to rise up our world, to lift up people's spirit and yourself.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Not to put people down, not to degrade people, especially a new king and an orphan who just lost his parents after they've been with him all these years.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
I don't know if any king or anyone would be better than King Charles at handling his job.
Yes.
Yeah, seeing a lot of people, often foreigners, foreign diplomats, and foreign presidents. You have to always be good, be smiling, even if you don't feel good, don't feel healthy that day. Things don't always go well, even for the king. For anybody, every day we can have a bad day also.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
That's all I can say, but who am I to tell the British people what to do? Anyway, I just hope they consider that a king cannot just do everything the way everybody wants, because everybody has their own different opinions, different expectations, and different standards. Anyway,
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
just leave the royalty alone. Let them do their diplomatic representation, because they are the best diplomat for your country already. Like when the president or the king or the queen of other countries come, they would like to shake hands with your king, your princess, your queen. Or would they like to come and shake hands with me or you? Tell me. Huh?
No.
Maybe they like to come shake hands with you, huh?
I don't think so.
But you see what I'm saying? They're working hard, almost like a thankless job.
Yes.
That's what I feel. I feel they really work very hard. A long time ago, some years ago, I was invited to a gathering of the World Wildlife Fund, a charitable organization helping, to conserve the wildlife, be kind to them and treat them nicely and help them when they need. Because I give some donation to that organization. So they invited me, and I took some of the Supreme Master television people with me as well. And then we went there, and then Princess Anne was there. Bless her. I didn't know much. I just went there, and then I saw Princess Anne, and I went to her, and I folded my hands together, like a greeting, and I bowed my head. I said, Your Royal Highness, I just want to thank you and all the royal family members for all your sacrifice and hard work over these decades. And she told me, take care of your purse. Be careful, because I threw the purse on the floor. I had a small purse in my hand. I threw it down so that I could fold my hands together in front of my heart to show respect. So I threw it on the floor, in the corner of the floor. And she worried about my purse more, more than I did. and more than enjoying my praise and compliments. I was really heartfelt thankful. I know they work very hard.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
It's sometimes too hard that their marriage goes into trouble and breaks their hearts. They're just human, also like all people, and they have their heart and they have their feelings, they have their emotions, and they have their passion and all that as well.
Yes, Master.
I do know they work very hard, so the people should not attack the royal family anymore.
Yes,
Master.
I think it should not be done that way. They are also human. They do their best.
That's right.
And these ex-throne people, if they were made kings, I also don't know if they can do better than the present King of England, King Charles III.
Yes, indeed. Yes, Master.
Just let it be, and as time goes by, things always improve. If it doesn't, then it's our collective karma of the world and of the country as a whole. You cannot just blame one or two persons alone. If you can fix something, then fix it. If you cannot, then just let it be. Pray that it gets better, pray that it will improve. That's all I can say to the British people. Do not make our lives harder than it already is. In these years when we are already in terrible shape, with all kind of disasters befalling us that we could not even control. And concerning the Prince Harry documentary and book about his relationship with the royal family, I have not done much research about that. Originally, I thought they are getting on very well together, sharing all the responsibility of the royal duties. And because they seem to treat his wife, Meghan Markle, very well. They accepted her, and King Charles even said that she's absolutely charming and delightful, something like that.
Yes, Master.
And they even let them simply marry each other. Let Prince Harry marry Meghan, even though they didn't date each other as long as they would have liked them to do.
Yes, Master.
Right.
So I don't really know what the problem is. If there is any problem, it should be just within the family, and they should have sorted it out instead of making a big deal and airing the dirty laundry to the world, if it is dirty laundry, according to other press.
Yes.
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 possibly the most self-serving piece of television I've seen in quite a while. I mean, it really is a reality show, not a documentary.
I mean, there is a contradiction here because you've got a fiercely protective of their privacy couple sharing these extremely intimate images of key stages in their life. And, you know, Harry and Meghan admit they'd only been together twice before they go on this holiday where they're sleeping in a tent together for 5 days.
When they got married, I was so thrilled. I felt like it was a new era, and now I'm just so embarrassed. And I just wish those two brothers would be friends again. I mean, it's all about family, isn't it?
Absolutely. If you find them cringeworthy, you wouldn't watch it?
No, I just look at the photos and I feel embarrassed. It all feels quite staged. And I'm sure there has been a lot that's gone wrong, but there is in every family. And you just shut up and talk amongst yourselves. You don't air it to the world.
I find it a bit strange that they're having their conversations in public.
I mean, you know, for somebody who doesn't want to be in the media, they're courting a lot of media attention.
Absolutely,
So, yeah. And so it's unfortunate it's come out at this time, and, you know, the Queen's not long dead, so they should have a bit more respect, I think.
Anyone who loves the royal family or respects the royal family, don't watch this. It's just offensive, really, on every level.
I have to say I don't know much about it, and I'm not interested to read this kind of book and this kind of gossiping documentary. I don't feel interested. There are too many things I have to do, and also too many things I'm not really interested in. So if you want to know more about it, then you do your own research.
Yes,
Understand, Master.
Okay, all right. Thank you, my love. Are there any more questions? Or do you want to tell me anything?
I think that's it.
That's it, huh?
Yes,
that's
Master.
it, Master.
So may God be with you. May you feel that God is with you, and God bless you, God protect you, and God love you. And I love you, all of you, not just the couple of you there, okay? All of you who help the world in any way. Not just helping the Supreme Master Television, but helping the world outside, anywhere, you know, like giving the poor some little money, helping with charity work, volunteer or not, helping the world in different ways, advocating for vegan, going on the street to let the world hear the word vegan, and encouraging people to be vegan, help people to be vegan, help people to rescue animal people, or even just in any way, you know, open vegan restaurants, work for animal people, organizations, volunteer, or helping just a stranded animal person on the highway, on the streets when they need you. Anything. Feed the bird people. Let them get through winter days when they can't find any food, for example, like that. Help some injured dog people on the streets. Adopting a puppy when he is abandoned somewhere. Taking the cat person out of a dirty hole and wash her and give her some food, some drink. Bring her to a vet or charitable cat shelter. If you can't adopt her yourself, anything to do to help this world to create a benevolent, peaceful energy. I'm all thankful. I'm all grateful to God that such good people still exist. Truly, good people still exist.
Ya, pelan.
For the next hour, she provided us with an incredible full-surface display. We saw at least 40 breaches, as well as tail lobs, tail slaps, and pectoral fin slaps.
I know what she's doing.
What is she doing,
She's showing us that she's offering.
Yeah.
Okay then, God bless you. I love you. Okay, and I love all these good people. I love you and love all these people who are good and who remember God and who are trying to help each other on this very troublesome, lonely planet. I thank all of you. May God bless you. May God protect you. May God show you His love. May you feel His blessing and love every day of your life.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
All of you. You and the people outside there.
We are immensely thankful to Benevolent Master for taking her precious time to express her concern and wisdom on numerous world issues, while also urging everyone to always do more to help in assisting humanity's journey toward world vegan world peace. May we all aspire to create a more peaceful and loving atmosphere by doing good deeds, assuring manifold benefits for us all as a whole. We wish for cherished Master to always enjoy serenity and lasting health in the mighty protection of all splendid goddesses. To hear more of Supreme Master Ching Hai's vegan views and stories related to these topics, please tune in on Sunday, December 18th, 2022 on Between Master and Disciples for the full broadcast of this conference. Also, for your reference, please check out the previous related Between Master and Disciples conferences, such as Between Master and Disciples, Reign with Compassion and Consideration for All Sentient Beings. The British monarchy should be respected and appreciated. Satanic governing tendencies and the escalating of the war in Ukraine. Virtuous vegan people will be protected by God power. Heavens assist those on the benevolent vegan path, etc. To view this and more Between Master and Disciples conferences, all free for download, please visit suprememastertv.com and search for God Will Forgive.